Alright, peace. Shalom, shalom. First and foremost, giving honor and praise to the God of Abraham, Isaac, and Yaakov. Giving double honors to 7130 South Chicago that taught me this truth. Giving double honors to all the brothers and sisters that the Creator has awoken in these last days. With that being said, peace and shalom. Alright, brothers and sisters, I want to go over, a little quick discussion. I was sitting back watching Brian Glaze Gibbs' video, how he's talking about how Bimmy admitted on the Gully TV show that he signed the affidavit, and I think speaking about the situation that happened where this guy by the name of Big Nose Troy, he had supposedly shot somebody in front of him. Now, I'm gonna go through the video. Before we look at the video, I'm not trying to make any money or anything like that. This is just particularly for educational purposes.
The dude that got caught for that body in Queens.
So let's look at this.
A lot of names circulate who's in the park. You know, who's the big deal, who's the boss. Talking to everybody that was in the park. Because they got a question. You know what I mean? So, but I ain't say nothing. So what I did was my man Rashid from Hollis, he came and got me. We went to his lawyer, Troy's lawyer. I signed an affidavit. Yo, I ain't got nothing to do with none of that. I ain't say shit. Clear my name from all that. You know what I mean?
Hold on. You went to the defendant's attorney?
Yeah, attorney.
And so this affidavit can be authenticated. It can be produced.
Yes, get his lawyer. He know it. His lawyer know it. It can be produced. Because you've been in prison. You can't play both sides.
I just know if you filed something with an attorney and he registered that shit with the clerk of courts, then it can be located.
Hey, even with that.
All right, so you hear from Bimmy's mouth that I think around 1995, if I got the dates wrong, please forgive me. But in 1995, I believe allegedly that Bimmy signed an affidavit, I guess talking about his whereabouts and his involvement in the situation that happened with quote-unquote Big Nose Troy and things of this nature. Now, why am I talking about this? I'm talking about this is because a lot of these OGs and things of this nature, they always pulling and stretching the goalposts. Now, according to street politics or gang culture or whatever you want to call it, the code of the streets is that you don't talk to the police under no circumstances. And just like Brian Glaze was talking about, is that if he didn't commit no murders, if he didn't do nothing wrong, why would you sign an affidavit? Why would you do that? That don't even make any sense. And it makes a lot of sense because if I didn't do a crime, what am I signing something for? Do you know that that's going to make you look more suspicious and see like this is the rumblings that's going on in the neighborhood, is that he has always been a confidential informant, meaning he's working with the FBI willingly. See, when he was running around selling drugs, he was a confidential informant unknowingly, meaning that a lot of times we sell drugs and do certain things because because a lot of us is poverty stricken. And just like Rick Ross, the real Rick Ross, he was saying that he was working with a guy that was supposed to be from one of those South American countries. He didn't even know this guy was working with the feds. He didn't even know that. So a lot of these guys that sell drugs in the neighborhoods, brothers, they informants too. Whether they do it knowingly or unknowingly. So when they start talking about rats and stuff like that, that ain't just a person that's telling. That's a person that's doing anything quote unquote illegal in the neighborhood that's going to destroy the more fiber of the neighborhood. So Bimmy James Antney been a rat. See, he's been that. And we've been trying to cover up and try to make light of the situation. It's because the gang culture or the Negro culture teaches us that just because you sell drugs and you did 35 years, you didn't tell on your comrades that you're not a rat. You're not a rat. You're an honorable man. No, that's not. That's not honorable, brothers and sisters. And see, back to this situation, you got people like Soul B and 10 Toes Down. They take up for this dude, but this dude signed an affidavit so that he wouldn't get in trouble. But see, I thought the code of the streets is that you got to keep your mouth shut. Under no circumstances you can't talk to nobody. And you got certain people that live by that code. They'll do time in prison because they not finna tell the police nothing. See, and what's dangerous about Bimmy is that he the type of person that if the heat get on him hot enough, he's gonna crack. See, he gonna crack, and that's what really happened. Like, he saw a murder, and he could have been trying to like get away from that lifestyle, but he's still hanging around it. And he was outside one day, and he witnessed a murder, and he didn't want to go to jail for it. So he went down to the police station to set up certain documents so that when they start looking for the perpetrators, he's not one of the perpetrators. This is the whole thing about signing the affidavit. So, in the sense, and another thing Brian Glaze-Gill said is that if he didn't do nothing, he signed the affidavit. I mean, if he didn't do nothing, why would he have to sign the affidavit? He signed the affidavit, brothers and sisters, because he was telling. He was telling. But you will have people in the neighborhood, they will come up with all these different spin tactics to try to make you think that he's not telling. Then you had another guy, everybody saying affidavits. But if you're supposed to be a loyal or upstanding man, I'm just using your terminology, what are you saying the affidavits for? You doing that is because you telling. You don't want to do 20 and 30 years in prison, so you're going to tell certain things of a situation that you a part of. And this is why, and God forbid, I mean, not God forbid, but I'm glad that, his mother and his brother didn't get killed by that. But that's what happens when we running around here playing these games. See? And you have a lot of people, they playing the game to win. See? So With that being said, brothers and sisters, I just wanted to talk about this for a minute to show the hypocrisy in our people as of thinking that just because, you go to jail for 30-something years, you never told that you're not a rat. That's farthest from the truth, brothers and sisters. And this is what I'm going to say. If we selling drugs, if we pimping, see, anything that's contrary to us as a nation of people, you a rat, see. So, Alpo ain't just a rat. A lot of these guys is rats. So with that being said, brothers and sisters, peace, shalom.